today I present how robots change the world. The overview. The age of the robot has been predicted for decades, first used as a term to mean automated labor back in the 1920s and popularized in the classic 1927. The slant movie Metropolis, there have been regular feature of science fiction ever since. The fact that robot and science fiction go hand in hand and the prediction that we'll soon have robots helper being regular feature of future gazing since the 1930s has meant that the idea of robots becoming a central part of our life becomes so familiar that we come to ignore them. Yet robots have been a reality in manufacturing for decades, having become the most effective production line solution by the 1970s. The Roomba, an automated vacuum cleaner that is perhaps the most famous domestic helper robot, was launched back in 2022. Um, has sold more than 10 million units worldwide, and with the rise of the internet, programmable machines are increasingly on the rise in depth. Another term for robot is automaton, and this is perhaps the most useful way to think the technology, while science fiction has constantly used to think robots as humanoid figure like Star Wars, C3PO, and more like R2D2. Focus more on function than on form. Robots are designed to perform tasks independently. They can be anything from simple machine to complex system. The rise of autonomy. Unnamed military drone aircraft or unnamed aerial vehicle UAVs have made the headlines rapidly over the last decades, having first officially seen action during the 1960s in the Vietnam War. Increasingly sophisticated with sensors enable independence from underground operators. Many of these flying robots are capable of acting on their own. Autopilot system avoiding collision as well as detecting and reacting to threats. Humans remain in control of attack systems only. Underground bomb disposal robots have been in use by the military and police for decades, while new systems like Boston Dynamic Dog like LS3 are in development to serve as autonomous all-terrain super units, navigating by combination of sophisticated optimal sensor and GPS. As with so much military technology, the civilian space is beginning to adapt military robotic for more peaceful use. UAV systems are making commercial airline autopilot more sophisticated, while drone technology is being tested by Facebook to launch solar-powered UAVs, to provide many of which start with military applications. To develop autonomous delivery drones, self-driving car, and search and rescue robots for disaster response. This new feature of autonomous vehicle that can transfer almost any terrain could revolutionize the last mile of gold supply chains. At the same time, almost every major automobile manufacturer is investing heavily in driverless technology, with initial data suggesting that autonomous automobiles are safer than human controlled ones. Some countries are already introducing legislation to permit driverless vehicles to operate on public roads, potentially preventing to redoing the taxi, the heavy truck, and even the private car outdated, replacing humans or helping them. The ability of machines to do work previously done by has been a constant since dawn of Industrial Revolution. The Ludwig movement famously smashing machinery in an effort to save jobs, with machines able to take on almost any predictable task and increasingly able to combine with computers to analyze data to the extent that they are now able to pass previously considered to be signs of awareness. Some see the rise of robots as a significant trait of improvement, yet this need to not lead to its economic collapse, according to some theorists. Instead of productivity of robots could keep the economy running and even improve output, freeing up humans to focus on other things, assuming that the wealth generated can be effectively redistributed to enable us to continue to buy food and shelter. Bringing all together. This ability for robots to work together through connected systems instead to be breakthrough moments for the robotic revolution. The Internet of Things, the popular term for internet-based machine-to-machine communication, is predicted to have made up 50 billion connected devices by 2020. According to Aon's 2015 Global Cyber Impact Report, add the ability to these machines from manufacturing robots in factory to kitchen utensils in home, fitness monitoring wearables to driverless cars to communicate with each other to the emerging ability of robot learning to adapt and improve. And we could be on the cusp of new technology revolution. And this is all for my presentation.